the Wizards have not won since 1988 and looking to snap a 12-game losing streak here to the Suns. All right, let's take a look at these starting lineups. First, for your Washington Wizards with a record of 26 wins and 23 losses, 15-10 at home and 11-13 on the road. In the backcourt, Richard Hamilton with Chris Whitney. Rip Hamilton with 20 points, 4 rebounds in 33 minutes of play last night in a loss to Sacramento. And joined in the front court by Popeye Jones, Michael Jordan, and Jahidi White. Jahidi with another double-double last night, 11 points, 10 rebounds at Sacramento. The head coach is Doug Collins, who returns to his home. Doug lives right up the road in Scottsdale, Arizona, with his wife, Kathy, and has a lot of friends here in the area rooting for him and Michael Jordan tonight. He is assisted by Brian James, Larry Drew, Johnny Bach, the Wizards trainer, Steve Stricker. The Phoenix Suns have a record of 25-25. They're 15-10 at home and 10-15 on the road. Penny Hardaway with Stephon Marbury in the backcourt for Phoenix. And in the front court, Sean Marion and Bo Outlaw in the forwards, with Jake Sakalides at the center, averaging 11 points per game in his last 5 games. The head coach is former Bullet Scott Skiles, who's in his 3rd season here in Phoenix with a record of 116-78. He's 37 years old, played in Washington in the 94-95 season, where he averaged 13 points and about 7.5 assists. All right, let's take a look at the Jim Coleman keys to the game, Phil.
Well, tempo is obviously going to be important. Washington has to get back on defense, force this Phoenix team into half-court offense. They've also got to limit their turnovers and limit the fast break and transition opportunities. But also to help them will be open shots. They shot 51% against the Suns back at MCI and gave up only 2 fast break points. So that can help slow down a team's fast break. For the Suns, they want to get the steals and turnovers. They're 3rd in the league in steals and 2nd in forced turnovers, and that can generate a lot of fast break opportunities. They also depend a lot on their bench. They've got some very productive players, Delk, Rogers, and of course, Tom Gugliotta, who was recently brought off the injured list.
The officials for tonight's game, former Springfield, Virginia resident Joe Forte, with David Jones and Jason Phillips. This is the 2nd and final meeting between these two teams. The Wizards victorious on January 26 at MCI Center, 112-102. They lead the all-time series 49-44. Last year the teams split a pair, each squad winning at home. But we told you the Wizards have not won here in Phoenix since February 27th, 1988. 12 consecutive losses to the Suns. Washington coming off a loss last night to the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento, 109-93, their 2nd straight loss after losing to start this trip in Los Angeles, a game where they had a 20-point lead on the Lakers. And that loss to LA snapped a 5-game winning streak against Sacramento, Toronto, Indiana, Atlanta, and Cleveland. This Phoenix team comes off a loss to the Timberwolves Wednesday, 107-92 in Minneapolis. They've won 4 of 7.
Well, they do a much better job here at home. They're 15-10. They're 10-15 on the road. Like you said, they're playing much better basketball, and they like to get up and down the court. And it'll be important for Washington to cut down their fast break and transition opportunities.
Joe Forte says that they should jump again. Jahidi White and Jake Sakalides. That one thrown up much lower and controlled by Phoenix. And we are underway in the Valley of the Sun. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, as Washington tries to get 1 of 3 on this road trip before returning home to play Steve Francis and the Houston Rockets on Monday afternoon. And 13 seconds into the game, Jahidi White picks up foul number 1.
Well, you got to realize that 6'8" Penny Hardaway can see the floor at any given time over most defenders. He recognizes that 2 defenders have come to guard him. He drops it off to Bo Outlaw, and Bo drops it in. The foul's called on Jahidi White.
Bo is not a good free throw shooter, and that's putting it mildly. makes that one, and you knew that would happen. He's now 18.
But you can look at the form and tell he is not comfortable there.
He's now made 18 of 42 shots on the season. He's shooting about 42%. So the Wizards try to get back into a rhythm, and they were taken out of that rhythm by both LA and Sacramento. Here's Whitney with an open look, and he shoots it a little too strong. Sakalides is there, averaging about 5 rebounds a game. Both those teams, Phil, playing very physical against Washington.
Yeah, especially against Richard Hamilton, trying to bump him and keep him out of a rhythm. And they were rather successful in it. The Lakers, especially in the second half, and throughout most of that game, you saw, although we saw on a number of occasions, Rip had open shots, just didn't put them down.
Marbury off the screen, hits it off the glass. Stephon Marbury in his 6th year from Georgia Tech, where he played just 1 year of college, and of course involved in the trade for Jason Kidd, which was controversial by some. But Marbury running the show here rather nicely. And Jason Phillips calls a defensive 3-second violation against Phoenix. That results in a technical foul. And you can take your pick. Richard Hamilton is 4th in the league in free throw shooting. Chris Whitney 3rd in the league.
Both shooting over 90%.
And Richard knocks it through. Hamilton has been spectacular from the line, just about 91%. Playing in his 33rd game, his 27th start. The Wizards are on the board, trailing 5-1. Beat this Phoenix team by 10 back in January. Jordan's jumper is good. Michael averages 24.9 points a game. That's tied for 6th in the league. Hardaway, great move, and he scores between 2 Wizards. A little bit of pressure now on Washington in the backcourt. Forces Hamilton to pick up his dribble. Hamilton in the paint, short jumper, good.
Good job that time, curling off a nice pick set by Jahadi White, and that's what Jordan's talking about in terms of making things easy on yourself. You don't always have to go one-on-one. Utilize some of the resources around you.
Low Outlaw finds Sakalides, back to Marbury. Great play inside, and Outlaw scores easily. They switch momentarily.
Yeah, but that's where he's so comfortable. Popeye had to step out and help pick up Marbury, and that opened up Low Outlaw.
4-point Suns lead. Popeye for Hamilton. Lost it going up. Popeye gets the errant pass, and here's Rip shot for 2.
Shot again. Popeye was open, but they want to get the ball into Richard's hand as much as they possibly can, especially when he's open.
Richard had a tough time last night in Sacramento, and it was interesting how Collins put him back in late in the game so that he could get that rhythm for tonight's game. Traveling is called, and a turnover, Phoenix. You mentioned it last night, Phil. The worst thing you can do is to sit a guy down, not give him the opportunity to get his rhythm back going into the next game. I think Rip started to get it back.
And also erase that from your memory banks. You know, you're shooting, I forget what it was, 4 for 16 or whatever it was. You're shooting a poor percentage, and you want to erase that.
Last night, Rip was 8 for 20. And Popeye hits a long jumper, 2-point field goal. Last time these 2 teams played, Michael Jordan had 41. Popeye had 10, Hubert Davis 11, Whitney 15. And Marbury led the Suns with 25.
But I think you also mentioned there that the Wizards shot 51%. Anytime you're talking about a team that likes the fast break, you minimize their opportunities when they have to catch the ball out of the basket, step out of bounds, and inbounds the ball.
Sean Marion called for holding Michael Jordan. Washington will get it on the side. This is another sold-out venue tonight. We'll take another look at this foul.
Sean gets rubbed off a pick, and then he tries to stay with Jordan, but he's trying to get around. You can see that left hand wrapped around him.
Michaels fadeaway, got another one. Beautiful form, great swish. And MJ is 2 for 2 with 4 points and a near steal. And the officials will confer now. I don't know what the call will be. Joe Forte with Jason Phillips.
Well, that was a lob attempt, but the ball didn't hit the rim, did it?
I don't believe it did, so perhaps that's what the discussion's about. They're going to put 19 seconds on the shot clock. Joe yells down to the Wizards bench to explain.
So Jordan had possession, they're saying, when he went for that steal, threw the ball back inbounds, and they should have reset the clock.
Good call, Mendy. 11 seconds now on the shot clock. We are tied at 11 with 7:45 to go.
Good job from Popeye.
Now they need to get back, and they don't, and pay for it.
Well, Jordan decided to go for that steal. You either make the great play and come up with the steal. If not, you're out of position for defense. And Zakalides got the easy shot.
Boy, they've already got a number of points in the paint. Michael for Hamilton, trying to strip defenders off the glass. Miss. Popeye's there. He goes up. No call. White is there, and he scores. Popeye throws his arms up in disbelief as if to say, where's the whistle?
Yeah, it looked like someone came over the back. Couldn't tell exactly who.
Marbury races in, now kicks it out with Penny Hardaway. Hardaway nearly carries the ball. Inside, short jumper, good.
Talking about inside shot. Oh, Outlaw's the player that has got everybody's coming down court. Richard Hamilton didn't look back, and they needed some help. And Popeye had to take the timeout.
Exactly. And it's not like it was the first time they saw the pressure in the backcourt. 6:48 to go with a timeout. Wizards trail by 2. They'll have the ball when we come back.
Beautiful day today, about 75 degrees, so who wouldn't want to spend the time out here?
Jordan off the screen, the jumper, and he misses his first shot of the night, now 2 of 3. And the Wizards are down by 2. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier. Michael spends time out here. In fact, he spent a lot of time out here. The year he played baseball, he came out and actually played fall ball here. The Wizards come up with a steal. So he spent about 2 months out here in Phoenix, Scottsdale area.
There are a few golf courses out here, too, that you can take advantage of.
And I believe he did that with his friend Charles Barkley.
Was that Jahidi? Looked like Jahidi had the inside position, but he picks up his second personal. Doug having some words with the official, but that won't change that count. And you mentioned just a minute ago points in the paint. Out of the 15 points for the Suns, 12 of them are coming inside. So Washington has to do a better job with their rotation. They're doing a good job on the perimeter, but they're leaving that last player open underneath. And especially Bo Outlaw is capitalizing. He's 3 for 3.
Last time they played, Jahidi had 5 rebounds, only had 2 personal fouls in that game. Tough shot by Marion, no good, but it goes right off of Brendan Haywood's hand, and a fresh 24 for Phoenix. So Haywood in for Jahidi with the 2 fouls. Marbury with Whitney on it. Bo Outlaw from 14 goes underneath and missed. Ball on the floor, picked up by Phoenix. Kicked out to Marion for the jumper, no good. And Jordan the rebound. Streaking to Whitney. Nice pass inside. Haywood, no call. Foul is on Michael Jordan. And 2 shots are coming. We'll take another look.
It looks like Penny Hardaway tries to make a move to the middle, has to turn back the other way. And draws the contact from Jordan.
Hardaway, an 81% free throw shooter. gives his team a 3-point lead. He's averaging just under 15 points per game in his third year with Phoenix after his first 6 in Orlando. Missed most of the season last year, Penny Hardaway. All but 4 games with an injury to his left knee. Had surgery to correct it. Hamilton off the screen, no good. Rebound Haywood. Waits, goes up, and a foul is called. It's called on Bo Outlaw, and will send Brendan Haywood to the free throw line, where he is a 61.5% shooter.
Well, I think this is an area they really can hurt Phoenix with their offensive rebounding. Both Haywood, Popeye Jones, and Jahidi White, although Jahidi's sitting down with two personal fouls. It's not a good team rebounding-wise, especially on the defensive glass.
Brendan playing in his 38th game. He misses both free throws. He started 2 and had his career high of 19 at Dallas on December the 8th. But not able to take advantage of free throws. And it's Phoenix by 4. Sakalides inside. Short jumper no good. He wanted a foul. Didn't get it. Collins will get Christian Laettner in the game. Whitney fires from long range and nails a 3-point jumper, his 81st of the season. Chris is 18th in the league, shooting 42% from long range.
Good recognition from Jordan to spot the open man over there in the corner. You've got to keep your head up when you're dribbling the basketball.
The Wizards had Marbury double-teamed until he got around Whitney, and then Chris had to reach out and grab him and commit the foul.
So many times we've talked about moving without the ball, and that's what Whitney does. And Jordan keeping his head up, able to find everybody out on the court, finds the open man, and Whitney drains the 3.
Our forced 3-pointer, Chris Whitney, the Wizards' all-time leader in 3-pointers made. He surpassed Tracy Murray this season. Chris having an outstanding year. Not bad for a guy the Wizards picked up from playing CBA ball, and he just picked up another personal. So that's 2 on him, and will we see Tyronn Lue check into the game? Yes, we will. And Scott Skiles will bring Rodney Rogers into the contest for Phoenix. So the Wizards in early foul trouble. Whitney and Jahidi White both with 2 personal fouls, and Chris will be forced to come out of the game momentarily. Marbury makes the first. He'll get the penalty shot. A 77.5% free throw shooter. Stefan, in his first year here in Phoenix, his last 3.5 in New Jersey, his first 2.5 in Minnesota. Gets them both. 3-point lead. Wizards with Hamilton, Haywood, Laettner, Lue, and Jordan. Michael is 2 for 4, has 4 points in 8 minutes of play. Jordan, nice pass underneath for Haywood.
Once again, Jordan finding the open man, drawing that attention and drawing that defense, and creating open shots for his teammates.
And Skiles wants time with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. The Suns will have the ball. They've got a 1-point lead when we come back. How about that, Phil? How much? $1,500 for a seat behind the bench. I'll take 2. Inside, pass broken up by Jordan and saved by Michael.
Great defensive play. He knew where that passing lane was, stepped right in the middle of it.
Hamilton's shot is too long and rebounded by Marion. Averaging 9.5 rebounds a game. He's tied for 9th in the NBA in that category. Sakalides inside. Back to Jake. Backs in and no shot. A foul will be called on Brendan Haywood before the shot went up. The Wizards' big men have been tested early, and they have been called for 3 personal fouls. 2 on White, 1 on Haywood.
Well, you know there's the push that got him the foul, but you notice Washington allowing Brendan to go one-on-one and not giving much help.
Sakalides shoots 65% from the line. And makes his first. As a team, they are perfect from the free throw line tonight. 6 of 6. Wizards are 1 of 3. Sakalides, born in the Republic of Georgia, played in Greece. He's in his 2nd year in the league. 25th pick last year, making 2 years ago by the Suns. Last season was his first as he misses, and Phoenix gets it back. And the long jumper, no good. Rebound, Courtney Alexander, who's in the game for Washington. So they've got Alexander and Lou with Laettner, Jordan, and Haywood. Michael's played in the entire first quarter so far. Lou into the paint, got fouled by Rogers, who reached in.
I'm not sure that Lou was really intended on shooting that ball. I think he was trying to get in the middle to look to dish it off, but Rodney reaches in right at that point. He's going to send Teran to the line for 2.
Teran has hit 25 of 39 shots at the free throw line this year. That's 64%. He's in his 4th year from Nebraska. And gets them both. And we are tied at 20. 19,023 here at the America West Arena tonight. Everyone excited to see MJ and the Wizards. Michael has done some damage in this building and remembers it well when he played here in the NBA Finals when he got his 3rd championship ring.
Exciting series. That's, of course, Barkley was playing here with the Suns. Another big man picks up the foul. Christian Laettner, you know, he had good position, stepped out in front of Marbury, but I think the fact that he was reaching in for that basketball.
Dan Marley comes into the lineup replacing Sean Marion. Speaking of that championship series, Phil, you remember that when Barkley looked unstoppable. He had 42 points and 13 rebounds in game 2, but Michael countered him with 42 and 12, and the Bulls won at 111-108. Jordan had 44 in game 3, 55 in game 4, 41 in game 5, and 33 in game 6. Fade away, got it. Tonight he's got 6. Last time they played, back on January 26, Jordan pumped in 41 at MCI Center. Rogers likes to shoot, missed it, and stolen away by Jordan, but he knocked it out of bounds.
Sakalides got away with a push in the back of Brendan Haywood.
Marbury around Alexander, has to go into the corner for Rogers. Plenty of time. Here's Tony Delk. Knocked away by Haywood, who lost the ball momentarily.
Good hands, though. He got his hands in that passing lane. We've seen the Wizards do that several times tonight.
Jordan, tough fadeaway. What a shot! And he liked it, too. Big smile from MJ. Long jumper, no good. The Wizards have their largest lead of 3. Lou quickly to the hoop, goes all the way under, finds Alexander for the jumper. That's no good. And Rogers the rebound ahead of the court. Lou tried for it, couldn't get it, and Marbury with an easy 2.
Good hustle by Lou. I think that's the first field goal in some time by the Suns. They've gotten all their other points from the free throw line. They've gotten a little chilly from the perimeter.
Tom Gugliotta off the Suns bench. He'll check in, the former Bullet. Nice pass underneath Michael, no call, and he draws the foul. Marbury doesn't like it, neither does Marley. But David Jones makes the call, and Michael will go to the line.
Well, who made the call, Jones or?
Well, it might have been Jason Phillips.
Nice pass from Laettner. There you see the contact, but looked like Jordan was kind of losing possession. Look at this last jumper, the fadeaway from Jordan over Stephon.
And a technical foul has been called on Scott Skiles. Certainly he was not happy with the call and voiced his opinion. And so they'll have Jordan shoot the technical, and then MJ will shoot the 2 free throws. Michael makes the first. He is shooting just at 79%, if you round it up, coming into this game. Now Jordan will shoot a pair. 9 points in 11 minutes for MJ. 4 of 6 from the field. A couple of rebounds and 2 assists. Wizards as a team are the 5th best free throw shooting squad in the league at 77%. And Michael gets all 3. 3-point play. Wizards by 4, their largest advantage. Approaching 1 minute to go in what seems to be a very long period. Marbury inside, knocks Lou out of the way and scores over Haywood. What a play. Maybe the best penetrator in the league, certainly one of the top.
Stephon?
Yeah.
He's so strong, he's able to finish so many times.
Jordan with a great pass that Alexander could not handle. Delk ahead of the pack. He'll pull up for the jumper and miss it. Michael with good position gets the rebound and then gets fouled by Delk. So Jordan will go back to the line to shoot 2 more. Like he might have got hit in the eye just a little bit. Here's another look.
Yeah, I don't know, the heads may have collided to the chin, but Tony Delk, a very active player, comes off the bench, and you see him trying to steal that ball.
Yeah, his chin grazed Michael's head.
Yeah, right there, you can see it.
So MJ, who's 3 of 3 from the line, is back there for 1 plus the penalty. 12 points in 11 minutes for Michael Jordan. He is average, rebounding, assists. 5 for 5 from the line. And the Wizards by 4. Marbury around Lou, goes all the way and draws the foul, and he scores.
That's what I'm talking about, that strength to finish off, even when challenged by a 7-footer. Marbury has great acceleration and jumping ability. You see the extension there, gets the contact from Haywood.
Brendan Haywood complaining that Marbury used the left arm to fend him off, but no such call. And makes a 3-point play to cut the Washington lead to 1 with 27 and 8/10 seconds to go in period number 1. Three-second difference between the shot and game clock. Lou driving on Marley. Fade away. That's blocked back in his face. And out of bounds with 3 seconds to shoot.
I still like that play. He thought he could get around the corner. Marley just made a good defensive play. But he wants to try and utilize that quickness on Marley.
Looking for Jordan off the screen. He's got it. He takes the jumper and he misses. Runner got hit. No call. Looks at Jason Phillips. That's good if it goes, and it doesn't. Michael Jordan, the last 9 points in the period for Washington. He totals 13 for the quarter. And after 1 from Phoenix, it's the Wizards 29, the Suns 28. After 1 quarter, both teams shooting the ball fairly well tonight.
Well, they are. Both teams right around 50%. Washington's made its only 3-point attempt. And both teams 8 for 10 from the line. Rebounds about equal. Turnovers the only difference. 4 turnovers for the Suns. Washington has 3 steals. They've also only committed 1 turnover. But you look at points in the paint, and that's where you see a number that you don't like to see. 18 points in the paint in that first quarter for the Suns.
Ichiro is here tonight. Seattle Mariners pitcher.
Here he has.
Right fielder, I should say.
Might be able to pitch. You know, when you start playing Little League baseball, you play all of it.
Sure you do. And he's sitting, I believe, near behind the Wizards bench. I wonder if he had to pay $1,500 for that ticket.
He's probably one that could afford it.
Yeah. Laettner keeps control. Nice fake. Throws one up. And an offensive foul is called on Christian Laettner.
Yeah, I think Doug Collins is going to point out where Rodney Rogers was in getting that contact. You can't sit underneath the basket and get the contact and draw the foul.
You get the feeling that Doug is reaching the boiling point in these 3 games with regards to some of the calls made, and you know, I think it's only a matter of time before something happens for him to maybe try to, you know, get this team fired up just a little bit.
Well, he's already got Jahidi with 2 personal fouls, and
Whitney has 2 as well.
He has 2. You don't want to keep getting your big men in trouble.
Lou pulls up and nails one. And the Wizards have regained the lead by 1. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, our Comcast Sportsnet crew is on hand for this 3rd game of a 3-game Western road trip. Wizards back home Monday afternoon to face Stevie Francis and the Rockets. Great play. Penny Hardaway scores. Tyrone Nesby in the game again for Washington, and timeout called by Doug Collins. 10:54 to go, and Doug does not like something he saw. Now they've changed it to a 20-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. Everywhere the Wizards go, you see fans with jerseys and number 23. Hey folks, Herb Gordon bought a Suns mini-season ticket package for herself and her 9-year-old kid just so she could see Michael Jordan. That was the only way. Christian Laettner backs in, now goes inside for the short jumper that gets the bounce. She said, quote, "I consider it a privilege to see this man play. I will be rooting for him tonight, even though I live here, because I think he's the greatest basketball player ever. He handles himself with grace and dignity." That seems to be what everybody feels about Michael Jordan.
Nice vote of confidence from her.
Lou for Hamilton, his jumper, good, beautiful play.
Good fast break that time, executed. Get the ball in the middle, hit the wings.
Tony Delk continues to operate a guard spot for Phoenix. Here's Marley. Delk against Tyrone Nesby, pulls up, that's way short. And Joe Forte calls a foul on Tyrone Nesby, says he hit him in the eye.
He came down on him well after he released the shot, and that's the kind of foul you really don't want to give up. Delk had already come up short on that shot. The foul didn't have anything to do with it, but it was a foul. Watch again, he's got the spacing. Now he comes down on him. But Delk had already shot the ball too short.
Tony Delk has played with Charlotte, Golden State, Sacramento. And he makes both free throws. Led Kentucky to the NCAA title in '96, their first championship in 18 years. And cuts the Wizards lead to 1. Michael Jordan getting a rest with 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Hamilton short jumper got it.
Soft shot there. You see that ball coming off the fingertips of Hamilton. That's the way to shoot your shot.
9 points for Rip, also on 4 of 7 shooting. Delk now gets baseline, goes inside, draws the foul. That'll be number 2 on Tyrone Nesby. So the Wizards have 2 on White, 2 on Whitney, and 2 on Nesby.
Tyrone Nesby.
Tyronn Lue has to come over the top, and that opens up the baseline, so that's where he's got to get help. But Nesby caught underneath the basket. Not much you can do to defend properly there.
Tony Delk, who had his career high in the place where the Wizards were last night, Arco Arena, last season, 53 points in a game.
That was against his old team right after he had signed with the Suns.
Washington by 2. Wizards shooting 56% from the floor right now. Cross court for Lou. Gives it up to Hamilton. Long shot. Courtney Alexander, no good. Laettner should have gotten a loose ball foul, but didn't. Delk this time inside, off the glass, missed it. Big rebound for Lou.
A lot of contact. They missed a couple of plays.
Beautiful pass to Hamilton, who gets the layup.
Well, if they allow them to play with this kind of contact, that should be to the advantage of the Wizards with players like Popeye Jones and Jahidi Whitehead.
if in fact calls are made on some of the other guys. Rodney Rogers.
And if they don't, then we've got some guys that can handle that and dish out that kind of contact.
Rogers at 12.5 points per game, and the Wizards nearly throw it away, and they do. Delk down court with Lou on it. Challenges it, and what a shot! We are tied at 39.
Again, be careful of those turnovers. That's the kind of play that can ignite this Phoenix team. Give them some numbers, transition baskets.
Lou thought about it, now goes to Laettner, who takes the shot and misses. Alexander for the tip, no good. Delk again goes baseline and misses. Alexander, open jumper, that's too strong. Nesby tips it to himself, great job. 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Game tied at 39. Laettner, the jumper, no good.
Those shots, got to make sure you hurt them with and make those open shots.
Hardaway scores, and the Suns have the lead back by 2. Laettner is in his 3rd game back since when going on the injured list for the 2nd time this season.
I think Shawn Marion's going to get called for the 3-second defensive violation, but since they've gone into this zone, they've kind of slowed down Washington's offense, and they've been a little confused.
So the Wizards will shoot a tee. They'll get the ball back after this timeout. Richard Hamilton has gone the whole way so far tonight, playing in 14 minutes. He's 5 of 8 from the field. He's made a free throw, has a couple of rebounds, and 11 points tonight.
Well, his strokes so far certainly looked a lot better than we saw last night in Sacramento. He's made some open shots and also made some difficult shots.
Rip's numbers. The Suns, however, are on a 9-4 run, and Tony Delk has 5 of their 9 points. They have reclaimed the lead by 2 after the Wizards had a 4-point advantage, and Hamilton to the line to make the free throw. Rip is perfect tonight from the line, as is Michael Jordan, who's 5 for 5 with 13 points. And Jordan returns to the Washington lineup. Jordan, Lou, Popeye Jones, Rip Hamilton, and Tyrone Nesby for Washington.
Well, this is something we saw a lot of in their meeting a couple of weeks ago back at NCI. Both teams going to a smaller lineup, a non-centered lineup.
Lou, long jumper for 3. His 32nd three-pointer of the year, and he shoots 42% from long range. And the Wizards are the 2nd best three-point shooting team in the NBA.
That's right. They don't take a lot, but they use them and shoot them very effectively.
Popeye comes out. Now they go back to Rodney Rogers. Puts up the jumper and draws the foul. And is it an offensive foul? It is. Clearing out on Rodney Rogers.
Well, he's a lefty. And this time you'll see him use the right arm to clear Nesby out. Watch that right arm. There you see it right there, giving himself an advantage, and he picks up the foul.
And Rogers comes out of the game. Jake Sakalides is back in, as is Chris Whitney for Washington. And he replaces Tyronn Lue. Whitney with 2 personals. Hamilton off the screen, pumping shot, no good. Rebound, Bo Outlaw. Washington by 2. Marbury is nudged, and Whitney's just picked up his 3rd personal foul. Just like that, Lue is up off the bench, and Whitney will have to sit down.
It looked like Witt really tried to avoid the contact. It was a nice crossover from left to right by Stephon. A little bit of a contact. The official picked it right up.
Is he that quick, Phil? I mean, I know he's quick, but the Wizards have faced some very quick guards this year and not had this much trouble. Sakalides inside, draws a foul. And let's see who they call it on. It looks like it is on Michael Jordan, and it is. That's the second personal on Michael with a timeout on the floor. Among the top 20, doesn't have enough attempts and shots made, but if he did, he'd be 14th right now. Popeye shooting 87%, 74 of 85 on the season.
He and Leitner are shooting right at 87%. So you're talking about one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league.
Leitner's hit 36 of 41 this year. And Jake Socolides to the line, 65% shooter.
I was going to say, this team, Phoenix, also a team that shoots right around 77%, but they don't go to the line that much. It's a small team, mostly perimeter shooting, so their second fewest free throw attempts coming into tonight's game.
They've now made 12 of 16 free throws in the game. Here comes pressure in the backcourt from Outlaw. Lou up ahead to Hamilton. To Nesby flying inside for the slam.
Well, you love watching Ty Nesby come in from the wing. He always gives you something exciting and energetic.
Lou, Marbury's turnaround, beautiful shot. Stephon Marbury averaging 19.7 points a game. He's 22nd in the league. Popeye's jumper too short. John Marion back in the game. He'll pull up for the J and miss it. Tip taken by Nesby.
I don't think Shawn Marion scored so far. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Does have 6 rebounds, but he's their second leading scorer without a point so far.
MJ dishes to Nesby to Hamilton for the open jumper. Missed it. Wizards by 1, 4:50 to go in the half. Socolides in there a long time. Tip up no good. Popeye the rebound.
Outlaw missed an easy tip.
Hamilton, nice move inside. Great drive to the hoop.
You know, Marbury was right there, but I think he really fooled him. I don't think Marbury thought he was coming in on the baseline side. Watch that right arm.
Yeah, he is really using it. Hardaway, short jumper, no good. Tipped up, and here comes Hamilton. Wizards run 3-on-3. MJ. Great move, can't get it to go. Looking for a foul, no call. Marbury from long range, in and out. Outlaw knocked away nicely. Was it Popeye?
That was Popeye that got his hands on that ball to strip it. Yep.
Wizards by 3. 4 has been their largest. And that one Popeye drills. Popeye averaging 7.5 points and 8 rebounds a game. He leads the Wizards and is 25th in the NBA in rebounding.
It's a good percentage, about 46% from the field.
Wizards have their largest lead now of 5, and Marbury takes care of that quickly. 16 points in the half for Stephon Marbury on 6 of 9 shooting. Lou lost the ball off his leg and turned it over.
Got held up with a slight forearm from Marbury.
And the Wizards by 1. And Doug Collins calls time.
Timeout, Washington.
2:47 to go in the half. And the Wizards lead it by 1 with the ball when we come back. He hit a half-court shot during a timeout to win an autograph-framed Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan jersey. We don't know if he still has the jersey or if he's already tried to sell it, but it's his.
Now, was he chosen randomly to take that shot?
No idea. Nesby follows slam. That brings the Wizards up off the bench. Washington by 3. It was high elevation from Tyrone Nesby.
2 hands.
misses, and a foul is called. He's trying to make the layup, and then he slams it in to the delight of the crowd here at America West.
Take a look at this last play by T. Nesby. Getting a running start, and boy,
He got up over
put it
Bo
down.
Albo.
Yes, he did. He got over everybody.
So Sakalides to the line. Makes that one, gets another. Last year, which was his first, he averaged 4.5 points, 4.2 rebounds in 57 games played. As this Suns team won 51 games on the season. They made the playoffs for the 13th straight season, but lost to Sacramento 3-1 in the first round of the Western Conference playoff. This year, they're 25-25.
2 minutes.
Jordan being fronted, lost the ball out of bounds.
Washington ball.
13 seconds on the shot clock, and the Wizards have a 1-point lead. Jordan gives it to Lou. Cut off by Marbury. Michael now open for the jumper. New, short, rebound by Sakalides. Jordan coming up for the steal, couldn't get the ball away from Marbury. Stephon inside, lays it off underneath, and an offensive foul is called on Marbury.
Marbury got caught in the air, and you saw Lou get excellent position right in front of him.
Marbury looked at Joe Forte and said, I went straight up in the air. You be the judge.
It's very hard to be going straight up in the air when you're making a move. No, so you're not. I mean, your momentum is going to carry you. He may have thought he was going straight up in the air, but your momentum is going to carry you forward.
Popeye thought about it, gives it up to Alexander for the open jumper. Got that one. Alexander now 1 for 4 with his first field goal. Wizards by 3. Nice play. Marbury and Marion, money in the bank.
Well, that's Marion's first field goal. Got to get it across. That's his first field goal. He's 1 for 4 tonight.
Under a minute to go in the period. Wizards by 1. 8 seconds to shoot. Nesby's open. Oh, he didn't shoot. Now he takes the jumper, and it's too strong. Popeye tips it out of bounds to Phoenix. Nesby had an open shot, but he
actually had a three-pointer, and I guess he didn't feel comfortable with it. Tried to get a little closer.
And a foul on Tyronn Lue, and they have just had all kinds of problems with Stephon Marbury here in the first half. Nobody's been able to shut him down, and not that, they haven't even been able to keep him from getting to the baseline.
Well, I think that a player of this stature with the kind of skills he possesses, you're going to need help in containing him. That's what you want to do. And now he's been able to create some isolations, get himself between defenders, and create all kind of problems for Washington's defense.
He has 19 points, and he can give his team the lead, and does. So with Michael Jordan resting right now, 13 points in 17 minutes for MJ. Phoenix is on a 10-4 run. Marbury has 6 points on the run. Hamilton fadeaway, no good. Plenty of time. Shot clock is off. They can take the last shot, and it appears they will. Well, there's another offensive foul on Marbury, and Jason Phillips
Just a hustle of Tyronn Lue. Applied that pressure, kept himself very close to Marbury, and Marbury eventually pushes off with the right forearm to pick up that foul. But good aggressive play. This is what we're talking about, because we've seen the last few possessions from Washington's side. The Suns have really gotten more physical defensively, and it's kind of thrown them off stride. So now you have to return the favor. You have to step up your intensity, and that's what Lue did.
Former Bullet Tom Gugliotta enters the game, as does Michael Jordan. Now the Wizards can play for the final shot of the half, trailing by 1. Jordan really muscling
position to set the pick. Hard contact there.
Phoenix brings Dan Marley back into the game for Boel. And Jordan will trigger it in. 3 seconds to go. Back to MJ. Hanging jumper. No good at the buzzer. Oh, a nice half for Michael Jordan. 4 of 11 from the field. And Rip Hamilton 6 of 12. Jordan with 13 points. Hamilton with 14. But after one half of basketball, the Suns have regained the lead 54-53. Halftime in Phoenix, and we'll send you back to our Comcast Sportsnet studios in Bethesda, Maryland, and join our colleague George Johnson. We start third quarter action from Phoenix. Steve Buckhantz and Phil Chenier, with our producer Chris Grain, director Doug Yulacki, and graphic artist Aaron Solomon, who's a new father. Congratulations to Aaron. Jordan lays it off to Whitney. Inside, Hamilton has to hang and still hits the shot.
Boy, Marion hit the floor pretty hard. I don't know who.
The recipient of a Jahidi White body block.
I think Jahidi was really just turning to go back down court.
That's all he was doing. And the Wizards have regained the lead, 55-54. Washington led by as many as one. Boy, White got away with a hack that time, a no call. Jahidi has 2 personals. And Anthony Hardaway just hammering Richard Hamilton, and finally the foul was called. He just was picking at him, Phil.
First team foul.
Those shoot picks can add up. And Hardaway picks up. It's just his first personal.
Popeye, Jahidi, Rip Hamilton, Chris Whitney, and Michael Jordan for the Wizards. Whitney has 3 personals. Popeye has, or rather, Jahidi has 2, as the missed shot by Hamilton is pulled down by Sakalides. And Jake has 7 rebounds and 8 points. Long jumper for 3, no good. Whitney the rebound. Hamilton streaking, goes all the way, has it blocked. Rebound taken away from Popeye by Marbury. And Popeye returns the favor.
Did that in the first half.
Jordan brings it over the timeline. Michael with 13 points in the half, all in the first quarter. Reverse layup doesn't go. Rebound, Sakalides. Nice pass for Outlaw. And the push from behind. And that'll be number 4 on Chris Whitney.
Fouls number 12, Chris Whitney. He is scored the first team foul. Full Outlaw goes to the line.
Boy, what a move by Jordan here. Watch it again. Spin to the baseline, and he uses the left hand. Just doesn't get it to go down, but a beautiful play. And as soon as they get the ball, their hands on the ball, the fast break transition, and Outlaw makes the layup but misses the free throw.
Heidi tips it a little bit off the rim. Whitney looks over to Doug Collins for instructions. Hubert Davis up off the bench for the first time tonight. Probably will come in for Whitney, who's got 4 fouls now. Jordan off the screen. Michael lost the ball, can't get it back. It's on the floor, and a jump ball will be called between MJ and Sean Marion. Michael not happy with himself.
Well, they're doing a better job since the first quarter, the Suns defensively, of really kind of clogging things up. Well, that time Jordan just mishandled the ball after he received a pass. He lost possession or lost control of it and has to tie Marion up.
Michael at 6'6", Marion at 6'7". And it's controlled by Phoenix. They have the lead by 1 with 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The always important start to the third quarter. Sakalides over everybody that time, and it was plain to see.
Yeah, you can't give us much argument on that, fellas.
Scott Skiles, former Bullet, played with the Wizards in the 94-95 season. Had a 10-year NBA career with Milwaukee, Indiana, Orlando, Washington, and Philly. Michael driving. Kicks it out for Hubert Davis with 7 to shoot. Now he fires and misses. Popeye is right there to pull it away. Had it knocked away from him and off his leg. Wizards 26 wins, 23 losses. They've lost 2 straight to the Lakers and the Kings. Hardaway drives on Davis. Goes underneath. They whip the pass around for Marion, and he scores.
Giving him a 3 on that?
Yep. And Joe Crispin in the game. Remember back to when Washington played Phoenix, he came in the game late, Crispin, and started throwing up all kinds of shots and making them.
Well, they weren't getting a lot out of their starters, and Scott Skiles decided to go to some of those players off the bench.
Fortunately, it was too little too late, and the Wizards throw the ball away again. Washington's offense completely out of sync right now.
Here's that three-pointer, that last one by Shawn Marion, and clearly behind the three-point line. He's been rather quiet on the offensive end tonight, but not on that shot.
Hardaway drives. No good. That's knocked away and saved by Popeye to Hubert Davis. Suns by 4. They've led by as many as 5. In fact, each team has had a 5-point lead. Hamilton against Crispin. Baseline, takes the jumper, hits it.
Good shot. If they're going to have Crispin on him, I think you're going to see the ball in Hamilton's hand a lot more during this stretch.
18 points for Rip Hamilton 1 day after his birthday, which was Valentine's Day. Hamilton with a steal, goes all the way, lays it up and in. What a play.
Tough shot. 1-on-4 actually back there. Not a high percentage play, but he knows what he's doing.
Had confidence in himself. Rip turned 24 years old yesterday. Michael Jordan will be 39 on Sunday. Crispin waits, shoots, misses short. Game tied at 59. Hamilton spins, great pass to Jahidi underneath, and he draws the foul. Take another look at this fast break layup by Richard Hamilton, as Phil pointed out, 1-on-4.
He comes up with a nice defensive steal, then pushes it up. Now, I'm afraid he's going to get a charge, but Crispin really doesn't try to establish position. He's moving the whole time, and little finger roll there. Good shot from Greg.
Greg is running camera underneath the basket. A very dangerous place in this league, or any.
One of those thankless jobs, you know.
Yep. Be a little something extra in your paycheck, Greg.
A couple of Band-Aids, some alcohol.
Jahidi makes 1 of 2, and the Wizards have regained the lead by 1. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier, courtside in Phoenix. Wizards try to win 1 of the 3 games on the road.
Well, Hubert Davis working awfully hard to keep the ball away from Hardaway.
Knocked away, beautiful steal. Here he comes again, this time 2-on-3. Great pass underneath to Jahidi, and he misses. He wants a foul, he's not going to get it. Michael on the floor can't get the steal. Crispin the other way. Hardaway. Crispin for 3. Henny, baseline. In and out, no good. Jahidi has it. Jordan on Crispin. Huge height advantage there. Michael baseline. Tight ropes the line, and it's knocked out of bounds. They'll give it to the Wizards with 10 to shoot.
Nobody really happy on that call. Jordan thought he got fouled, and the Suns thinking that Jordan was out of bounds.
Oh, he definitely got fouled.
Got hacked across the forearm there.
Not sure where the officials were on that play. Here's Hamilton off the screen, and Sakalides with another rebound. 10 rebounds in the game for Jake Socalides with 8 points. Quick turnaround jumper, good. The Wizards had numerous opportunities to score but couldn't. And they still lead by 3. Correction, 1. They failed to give Phoenix their points. Now Hamilton shoots and scores. 22 points in the game for Rip Hamilton, 13 for Jordan with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Crispin a little bit cold right now. Washington with the 1-point lead. Davis. Got it.
Good shot. That's a good sight to see.
That makes 50 3-pointers on the season for
He
Hubert.
had to miss some games because of the flu, but he's back and in action.
Wizards on a 10-2 run, and with 4:55 to go in the third, they lead it by 3.
Both teams have started to apply some defensive pressure right now. The Suns only 3 for 13 in this quarter, and Washington 5 for 11. So not the kind of scoring we saw in the first 2 quarters.
Wizards get Tyrone Nesby back in the game, and Rodney Rogers in for Phoenix, who scores over Popeye Jones. Rodney in his 9th year now from Wake Forest, his 3rd year with Phoenix after 4 with the Clippers and his first 2 in Denver. Wizards by 1 and a steal by Hardaway. Nice play, Popeye, who went between his legs with the dribble.
Yeah, he felt that pressure from Rodney Rogers coming up on his left side.
Jordan is out of the game now. Michael with 13 points, all in the first quarter. Davis off the screen, back to Jahidi, who throws it up. He got bumped and will shoot a pair.
Good move. Nice 2-man game over on the weak side, on the other side there, between he and Hubert Davis. Drops it off. Now he rolls to the basket and receives that bounce pass. Handles it well.
Popeye to the line, or correction, Jahidi to the line. He bangs the first one off the back of the rim. Jahidi tonight in 14 minutes of play has 3 points and 3 rebounds. A couple of personal fouls, 1 for 3 from the line. And gets 1 of 2. Suns come off a loss to the T-Wolves Wednesday, 107-92. The Wizards lost last night to the Kings, 109-93. Rodney around Popeye. Now they go underneath Hardaway, inside. No good. Socalides tried to get it, but Popeye's there. Players spilled to the floor. All over the place. Hamilton behind his back. The jumper, a little strong. Knocked away from behind by Nesby. Goes up to Hamilton. Hamilton for Nesby inside. Lays it up and in. Beautiful play.
Continue to run the floor and got a nice lead pass from Hamilton. Hamilton went behind his back in traffic there. I was a little concerned that he might lose possession.
But Nesby really looks good going to the basket, doesn't he? Hardaway spins away from Davis, finds Rogers for the long jumper. Short, off the front of the rim. He loves to take them.
And he can make those shots right now, tonight. Not shooting the ball very well. Only 2 for 4, but he's missed his 3-pointers.
Hamilton off the screen, fade away. Good! Richard Hamilton scores. And Jake Socalides and Jahidi White get tangled up. And a technical foul has been called on Jahidi White. I didn't see it.
I didn't either, but all I saw as he passed by Socalides, he just kind of patted him on the butt and hit it on up court.
Number 1, Penny Hardaway at the line to shoot the technical free throw.
Well, we don't have a replay of it, so we can't show you the contact and the incident. But I did not see it. I saw what you saw, Phil, which was Jahidi just sort of patting him. And so a timeout's been called. 2:42 to go in the third period. The Wizards lead at 69-64. Heidi White picked up a technical. Explanation from referee David Jones was that he shoved Jake Sokolidis with his arm. Jahidi was complaining that he had gotten an elbow from Sokolidis under the jaw, and that was the reason why he pushed him, but Jahidi gets the tee nonetheless. And the Suns made the technical free throw to cut it to 69-64 after the Wizards had their largest lead of 6. Stephon Marbury with Tony Delk, Rodney Rogers, Sean Marion, and Jake Sokolidis. Here's Sokolidis from 15. Jahidi's there for his 4th rebound of the game. Nearly a carry. Popeye takes the jumper, missed it. Nesby tips it to Jones and tipped out of bounds by Jahidi White. Well, the Wizards have and Jahidi knocked it out of bounds. So Michael Jordan on the bench right now. MJ 4 of 12 in the game, 13 points. Rogers. And the lead is 3. Hubert Davis, Rip Hamilton, Tyrone Nesby, Popeye Jones, Jahidi White. The 5 for the Wizards. Nice pass inside. Jahidi spins for the short jump hook, no good. Marion, and he missed it. Nice move by Hubert Davis, but he can't get free. Now finds Popeye for Hamilton. Rip in the lane, got fouled, and score the goal. Got Rodney Rogers, and Hamilton goes to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Well, Rip won't get much elevation or lift on this because of the contact from Rodney Rogers. You see him spin back the other way from the basket, but still has enough to finish the shot. Rip does a good job coming off this pick. Rodney has to step out, but gets the contact and really doesn't challenge the shot up top.
And Hamilton perfect from the line tonight, 3 of 3, and has 25 points in the game. The Suns have made just 1 of 10 3-point field goals tonight. Delk, guarded by Davis, 9 to shoot. He pulls up. Hubert tries to get the rebound, but it's followed, and the Wizards pay for it.
They're not doing a good job throughout this whole game. They've given up several second attempts, especially with some of those long rebounds.
Got to box your man out, right, Phil?
But we've talked about that before, and sometimes when you're rotating, it's difficult to pick out who you're going to box out. So it gives a little bit more of an opportunity, but that was just one of those turnovers, miscues between Brendan Haywood and was that Nesby? Or
Nesby tried to pass him the ball. Doug Collins looked at Tyrone and said, hey, come on. Rogers again, and he gets hot. He can be a problem. Nesby, a big rebound.
What you said, 1 for 10, make that 1 for 11 now.
Yep.
3-pointers.
Wizards can play for the last shot with a 4-point lead. 6 has been their largest. Hamilton knocked away by Delk with 2 seconds. Richard drives, throws it up, it does not count. Richard Hamilton having a big game, 27 points, 13 in the period. And after 3, the Wizards have regained their advantage and lead it 72-68. Take a look at the variety Guys, the stats through 3 quarters of play, and in the 3rd quarter, Phil, the Wizards held Phoenix to 14 points.
Yeah, they did that on 6 for 22 shooting from the field, and you can see why the Suns' shooting percentage dipped down to 41%. Also, only 1 for 9 in that quarter from three-point range and 1 for 12 for the game. Washington doing much better at the free throw line. Rebounds about equal, and you see Washington has surpassed the Suns in terms of points in the paint, 32-28.
Michael Jordan went 4 for 7 in the 1st quarter, scored 13 points. Since then, he's played 13 minutes and missed 5 field goals. MJ's back in the game. Here's Tony Delk in the paint. Short jumper good. Wizards outscored the Suns 19-14 in the 3rd period. But the lead is now back to 2 as Wizards had a 6-point advantage. Chris Whitney back in the game. Here's MJ. Spinning jumper way short, hit the side of the basket. Sean Marion goes inside for Jake Soccerlini. Jordan guarding Rogers, who goes all the way and scores. And we're tied at 72. So a 4-0 run to start the period for Phoenix has tied the game up. Wizards begin the quarter with Hamilton on the bench. Nesby's long jumper good.
That's a good shot, but he held on to that ball an awfully long time, and everybody else was running patterns around the perimeter, so if you miss that shot, you have no offensive rebounds.
8 points, 6 rebounds for Tyrone Nesby off the bench, and there's another long rebound that goes right to Phoenix. Marion, jumper, no good. Soccerlini's over the top, that's a loose ball foul.
Good box out from Brendan Haywood, held his position there. The official saw Soccerlini's coming over the back. And Stephon comes to the middle there, but kicks it out. Marion has not shot the ball very much or accurately tonight. Soccerlini picks up the foul. That's his 3rd personal.
Chris Whitney playing with 4 personal fouls. Nobody else is in real danger with more than 2. Jordan off the screen, lost the ball.
Good decision by Whitney just to lay off there. You don't want to compound the problem.
Michael got hit in the head again on that last play. And we're tied at 74. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier. Wizards playing their final game, their 3rd of a 3-game road trip. Losing to the Lakers and the Kings. Jordan goes all the way, missed it, and draws a foul. That brought the fans out of their seats.
Brought back visions of old. Watch here. Turns, takes off with 2 feet, thinking nothing but the throwdown. And I'm sure he was a little upset with that last turnovers at the other end. Rodney Rogers picks up the foul.
This is only Michael's 5th regular season game at the America West Arena since it opened in 1992. And he misses the free throw as Tom Gugliotta comes back in. That snapped Michael's perfect streak of 5 in a row. Still looking for his 14th point, and he gets it. First point since the 1st quarter for Michael Jordan. Marbury around the screen, missed it. Whitney up high, and Nesby has it. Jordan, baseline, nowhere to go. Great pass to Haywood.
You know, I never saw him deliver that pass. All I saw was Haywood going up with the ball. So from where we were, at least where I was, I didn't see the delivery of the pass, but I know it was a smooth transition.
Delk. Gugliotta pushed everybody out of the way, but Joe Forte is going to call a foul on Tyrone Nesby.
Well, guess what? We get to take another look at this. Now maybe we'll see how Jordan got that pass to Haywood.
Beautiful.
Yeah. These big men have to keep their eyes open and stay alert because Jordan can deliver that pass as he did right there. Sean really was pushing off on Nesby. Maybe Nesby had a hold of his jersey or something.
He must have, because he didn't complain a whole lot to Forte. That's from 17 feet. Wizards still lead by 1. 8:52 to go in regulation. Jordan playing cat and mouse. Now fires for Nesby. Back to MJ with 12 to shoot. Jordan spinning. Great move. Goes underneath. Oh, what a pass to Nesby, who got blocked, and a foul call. Another spectacular pass by Jordan.
Well, what would we do without instant replay? We get to see that play again.
With Michael Jordan, you've got to have instant replay. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. Back to the America West Arena after this. Michael Jordan has 4 assists in the game, and here's one of them. It's tremendous.
Well, this is coming off that spectacular play. Dish off to Brendan Haywood. This time it's T. Nesby that gets the pass. And watch again. Watch how he steps through the defense to create that angle. Steps in. Now he steps in front. And there's the angle right behind Sean Marion. Fouls on Sakalides. Nesby goes to the line for 2. So 2 exciting dishes from Jordan back to back.
And what a great angle that second replay was, where you really got to see Jordan's expression when he passed the ball. Tyrone Nesby, these are all big now. Gets the first. 29, now 30 of 38 on the season for Tyrone in his 4th year from UNLV. And makes them both. Wizards by 3. Steve Buckhands, Phil Chenier, our Comcast Sportsnet crew will head back to Washington late tonight. Wizards will have a couple of days off and play Houston on Monday afternoon. And a 3-second lane violation called on the Wizards. Phoenix had 2 called on them in the first half, but results in a technical. So Delk will shoot. Doug Collins, who lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, and has said really the only guy that could have gotten him out of his what he likes to refer to as empty nest situation is Michael Jordan. And Jordan did just that, hiring Doug Collins on April 19th to be the coach of this Wizards team.
Doug got to come home during the All-Star break a little bit, already picked up a little bit of a tan.
Jordan playing defense on Marion. Great defense. And block at the buzzer. The Wizards get the ball. Terrific
Strong
defense.
What can I help you with?
Good shot again. Nesby.
Delk fires and hits. 2-point field goal for Tony Delk. Michael finds an opening, goes all the way. He got bumped and will shoot 2. Called it on Sakalides. That's his 5th personal, and Michael to the line.
The defense adjusts to the left side, and Jordan sees the right middle wide open. He just goes for the opening.
Jordan, whose sister sang the national anthem tonight, and his mother with a home here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Michael spends some time, in fact, spent some time out here this summer to play a little golf with his buddy Charles Barkley, who of course is a former Phoenix Sun and lives out here. Jordan gets a pair. Michael with 16 points in the game, now 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 4 of 13 from the field in 29 minutes of play. Richard Hamilton leads the Wizards with 27 points. Delk again, this one's for 3, and he got it.
Well, they're going to have to start pressuring him coming over the top. He's having too much time to stop and pull up for that long jump shot.
His 42nd three-pointer of the season, and that cuts the Wizards' lead to 1. Nesby will try to answer and misses. Haywood tipped away by Delk. Beautiful play. calls a foul. It's on Brendan Haywood. Here's another look.
If there's anyone you have to send to the line on this team, it would be Bo Outlaw, but he likes to play a cat and mouse game right around the baseline. He's not going to take you outside very much. He's going to hang around the basket and try and get some close-in scores.
Bo 1 of 2 from the line tonight. That's a nifty throw, isn't it?
Sometimes you wonder, you know, and he's a tremendous hustler in terms of his defensive skills, but you know, you got to practice free throws, and you got to at some point develop some kind of technique that's a little bit better than this.
Bo went to Houston, was not drafted out of college, and
Gugliotta stepped in way too soon.
Lane violation on Tom Gugliotta, who was the 6th overall pick by the Bullets in 1992, played a couple of years in Washington, traded with a first-round pick in 96, 98, and 2000 to Golden State for Chris Webber in November of 94, something we talked about last night. MJ. Nesby had it stripped away and a near steal. And an offensive foul on Nesby.
I have to say, I'll give Ty some credit for that. He received a number of plays where he was had contact. Googs reaching in and stripping the ball, and got that contact there and picked up the charge.
Delk, who's been feeling it, goes to Outlaw, near travel. He throws the ball out of bounds. Phoenix averages almost 15 turnovers a game, and that was a critical one. Washington by 1, 6:17 to go in regulation as the Wizards look to get their 27th victory of the year. Hamilton stops and misses. Tipped away, and a loose ball foul called on Popeye Jones.
Loose ball foul number 34, Popeye Jones.
Well, it looked like it was going to be a good play. Couldn't get the rebound, but he tips it to his teammate. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know.
Boy, that's going for a loose ball there.
There have been a lot of tipped rebounds in this game, and that one cost Washington. Delk open for 3. Jordan the rebound. Michael against Marion. Underneath, off the glass and in, and the fans love it. Marion ahead of the pack with Jordan on him. Wizards by 3. Marion runner, what a shot!
Tough shot. You got the feel that Jordan was kind of egging Marion on to try and take that shot, and he made a tough one.
Marion and Nesby, who played college ball together at UNLV. Hamilton off the screen. Stolen. Careless turnovers will kill you every time, and the Suns have regained the lead. 4:56 to play in regulation. Doug Collins calls time. Well, the Suns have their first lead since 5:51 of the third quarter when they were up 61-60 as we check the Dodge game summary.
Well, Stephon had 2 halves, 20 in the first, only 4 in the second. Richard Hamilton leads all scorers with 27 points and 3-point shooting. Each team has 2. The only thing is, you see 9 more attempts coming from the Suns. Punches moved by Jordan. He gets Marion off his feet and drops in the bank shot. And right after that, Marion comes right down. Jordan on him, makes a tough leaning jumper from the middle of the court.
Michael has used that move a lot this year, and he lost the ball out of bounds. 4:39 to go in regulation. The Suns now have the lead and the ball. Offensive foul on Phoenix. It's on Shawn Marion. He pushed Jordan out of the way.
Shawn getting a little over anxious. He had 2 consecutive turnovers. Washington's committed 2, actually 3 consecutive turnovers. Washington committed 2, and then that one there from the Suns.
Davis, Jordan, Jones, Hamilton, and Nesby for Washington. Hubert drives, looking for a cutter, has Hamilton, tough shot, and he gets the roll. 29 points for Richard Hamilton, whose season high is 34 against the Knicks. Underneath, Outlaw, blocked by Nesby. Spectacular block by Tyrone Nesby.
Boy, that was a big play. He came over from the baseline side. He recognized the open man and made the tremendous defensive play.
Jordan spinning, fadeaway, got it! How clutch is he? Wizards by 3. Marbury trying to go around Hamilton, lays it off. Here's Goose. The jumper by Gugliotta, no good. Jordan with a big rebound.
Good job by Popeye. He knows with Bo Outlaw in the game, he can drop off Bo Outlaw. Bo's not going to take any outside shot. He really did a good job of clogging up that middle.
Michael again. That one he missed. That was a good look at the basket, too. Marbury racing baseline. Block. Outlaw's there for the follow.
Stephon actually took 2 defenders with him, and that left Bo Outlaw wide open underneath for the putback.
2:45 to go in regulation. Wizards by 1. Corner for Nesby against Goose. Inside, tough shot, and he hit it. $14 points off the bench for Tyrone Nesby in 27 minutes of play. He's 6 for 9. Marbury, short jumper, score it, and he's fouled. Foul called on Richard Hamilton. And a timeout on the floor. Phoenix with a chance to tie the game when we come back. Another look at the last foul called on Rip Hamilton.
I think you really want to try and force Marbury to his left. That's not an easy task, but a little bit of contact down low, but Marbury able to finish up easily.
He's 6 of 7 from the line and completes the three-point play to tie the game at 91. 2:17 to go in regulation. Davis, Nesby, Hamilton, Jones, and Jordan for Washington. Michael has been involved in a battle tonight with Shawn Marion. 7 seconds to shoot. Hamilton driving, lays it off for Nesby's open jumper.
Good. He's made some big shots and some big plays. How about that block at the other end?
Yeah, that was huge.
Moments ago.
And a great job by Hamilton to get him the ball in the corner with the shot clock winding down. 16 points for Tyrone Nesby, a season high by far. Delk drops it off, goes out of bounds, and will go to Washington. Tyrone's previous season high 12 points versus Atlanta. And he's nearing his season high in rebounding. Big game for Nesby, 16 points, 9 rebounds. He had a season high 10 rebounds against Indiana on February 3rd.
Once again, both these teams going to the smaller lineup. No real center in there.
Jordan comes back, looks. Good job by Marion not to go for the fake. Davis, lefty, no good. That was a big, big shot. Nesby has 10 points in this quarter. Davis battling with Goose. Into the corner. Delk inside. Got it. Game tied at 93 with 52 seconds to go.
make him go to the left.
Now the switch with Nesby on Marbury. Drives inside and scores. Full timeout with 22 and 6/10 seconds to go. As Marbury, so far, the biggest shot of the game. 29 points for Stephon Marbury.
Well, he's tough either way, but he's so much stronger going towards his right. You can finish off there in a crowd. You can see him elevate, even though he's only about 6'3", 6'2", he can still score in the line of the Giants.
He's got 9 points in the fourth quarter. We talked about what a great penetrating player he is. He seems to be able to do it almost at will.
He's again, a great leaper. He has that quick first step, either with the dribble or without the dribble. He's able to give you that burst of energy to get by you. But again, I think defensively, you really want to try and get on his right hand, especially if you set your defense up that you have help on the left. Don't let him come across the middle to that right, because he has so many options that way.
Wizards have missed a couple of big shots on their last couple of possessions. Michael Jordan had an open look at the hoop, and Hubert Davis's left-hand shot in the lane, which would have been big, that missed as well.
Both teams are out of fouls to give. Washington obviously needs to convert this.
Jordan will bring it in. His shot clock is off. 22.6 seconds to play. This time last year, after 49 games, the Wizards were 12 and 37. They're 26 and 23 now. Jordan pulls up and following by Nesby. How big has he been?
He's come up with one big play after another. And several have been on the offensive glass where he's gotten a running start and made a spectacular play. Jordan knows just what he wants to do, pulls up. Marion challenges him, but it's a good shot. And T. Nez comes in behind Stephon Marbury, doesn't do a good job of boxing out, and puts it in to tie the game.
Nesby's career high is 30. But he's got his season high tonight. 18 points. Tony Duck to inbound. Goes into the backcourt, which is legal this year. They'll give it to Marbury, looking for a pick from Gugliotta. Nearly lost the ball. Nesby knocked it away, and he fouled him. And it's 1 plus the penalty, and that is devastating. How do you like that?
Well, they forced the switch here, but Nesby, and they called the reach around. But actually, Stephon had already lost control of the basketball.
They got one of two. And the Wizards take time with 5 and 6/10 seconds to go. So it will take game-ending heroics once again from somebody for the Wizards. And I'm not sure where they're going to give them the ball now. That looks like they will be at three-quarters court once again. So here we go. Can Jordan do it again? Popeye Jones to inbound. It's the same setup. Hamilton off a screen. Michael. Jordan with 4 seconds. fakes, shoots.
He did it again! He did it again! He did it again!
Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time.
He got his money's worth tonight.
Can you believe that?
I tell you, Shawn Marion is not a bad defensive player. Saw the dejected look on the face of Stephon Marbury, who missed that free throw. But watch this, he winds the clock down. Marion, a good defensive player, the one pump fake, then he gets the fade away. Nice jaw shot. And you know, it's just amazing that a guy, and he has not shot the ball well since the first quarter, but in key situations, how he can refocus his mental toughness and attitude, focus in on that basket. And we've seen him make so many. He doesn't make them all, but we've seen him make so many game-winning shots.
The Wizards have not beaten the Suns in Phoenix since February of 1988. 12 consecutive losses for Washington. But Michael Jordan has just hit the shot, heard up and down the valley.
0.2 of a second. Got to make sure there are no mistakes.
Phoenix will get the ball in front of us at three-quarters court.
And with 0.2 of a second, no one can catch and shoot. They have to shoot the ball as they touch it.
Dan Marley will inbound with Jahidi White in his face. And 0.2 of a second with the Wizards up by 1. Marley takes the jumper and misses, and that is the game. The Washington Wizards, with Michael Jordan's game-winning heroics, have stunned the NBA once again. Jordan finishes with 22 points. Hamilton led him with 29, and the Wizards with a tremendous victory here tonight. Tyrone Nesby with 18 off the bench and 10